I'd love to know what is spirit saying to you about this current time of global and ecological and humanitarian destruction and crisis that we're living through, and what should we be focused on in our individual lives and as a collective, in the midst of so much pain and suffering and chaos? What are some things that we as individuals could be focusing on rather than being consumed by so much of the fear and the challenge that we seem to be in?
When I was very young, and perhaps maybe 17, I had a very, very powerful vision. It was an awakened vision. And the vision was of this beautiful, beautiful corn maiden. And the beauty about this awakened vision, and today we honor the goddess of the corn. And so it's appropriate that I speak about this. We in Central America, the corn to us is life. And so when she came to me and she spoke, she said to me, "Daughter, I appear to humanity when the earth is in turmoil." So this is in the 60s. And of course, I did not have that those teachings that about pollution, about contamination, about just stuff that was happening around the globe. Even though Mahatma Gandhi in the 40s was telling everybody that the waters in the sacred Mother Ganges, that the waters were contaminated, and he was encouraging people not to continue to put things in the water, meaning anything. And anything means, when I was in India, way back in the early 2000 and 2004, I've noticed that they do burials in the water. They actually wrap bodies in cloth and they send them down the river.
Right.
And so I understood that that's probably what he might have been talking about. Not only that, but where they have the incinerations of bodies, it's also right there, right on the river. And so I thought a lot about that. And we as humans, we have our traditions, our way of doing things. And sometimes it's really, really hard to understand what it will do, down the future, down the road. And so I know that I was alerted as a teenager about all these things. In my 20s, I met Don Alejandro's teacher, my teacher's teacher, Don Adrian. And Don Adrian was speaking about the difficult times and the Mayan prophecies. He was doing a lecture at the Adirondack Community College, and I was I lived in the Adirondacks, and my children were like 7 and 2. And so I remember translating for him and listening to these things. So we have been very active, not in the last 50 years, but hundreds of years, just dumping things especially in the water. Somehow we get the feeling that the water, runs continuously, and like it's nothing going to happen to it. Um, so these things have been coming on for quite some time. And so now we are in a situation that is very dire. Some people, many people, are wanting to turn things around. So we're in a very difficult time in our lives, and exactly as the mother said, the earth is in turmoil. And so I have been walking around with this vision in my heart, and in my travels, throughout the four directions. I watch and I look, and in the old days, I was born and raised in Central America. In the old days, we used gourds, for dishes, even gourd spoons. We used banana leaves, to put our food in it. And it was like just fine.